Those of you that are a similar age to me, I'm sure you will agree that the 80s were peak Tamiya. I mean, there were some iconic 90s Tamiyas and even into the 2000s, but the 80s were definitely peak. I mean, we had things like this, the Hilux, probably one of the most iconic Tamiyas out there is the 1982 Hilux.
This fascinating pickup truck model from Tamiya is truly a go anywhere, anytime off-road vehicle, and was engineered with the hobbyist in mind.
And I would suggest the most sought after, or at least the most expensive vintage Tamiya now, is the Blazing Blazer. Again, I think it was around 1982. And then we had the Willys Wheeler, which was around 83, I think. And then in 1981, we had the Ranger XLT, the Ford F-150. And this one is a little bit dusty. On the also iconic SRB chassis, probably one of the most iconic chassis out there. Two-wheel drive, and a lot of those that aren't like Tamiya purists or a little bit younger will go, oh, why are you putting an F-150 on a two-wheel drive Baja chassis? Well, there was actually some pickups that were kind of like made into Baja trucks, but anyway, it was peak Tamiya. They could put a body on whatever chassis they want. So this was released in 1981, and then in 1984, they discontinued it and you couldn't buy it anymore. Give it a little dust so she's nice and shiny again. And the SRB chassis was released at the very end of 79, which, believe it or not, was the same year that I was born. Yes, I'm that old. Shares the chassis with the Sand Scorcher and the Rough Rider, which later changed to the Buggy Champ. But unlike the Sand Scorcher and the Rough Rider, they never re-released it. The Sand Scorcher was re-released in, I think it was like 2009. I can't remember when the Rough Rider was re-released, but they re-released them, and then there was another batch of them a little bit later on. But the Ranger, you haven't been able to get this since 1984 until today. After 42 years, it's back. The box is actually very similar. This bit's obviously different down here. Box is a little bit bigger. There's no Ford emblem on that, even though this was, I presume, licensed Ford. This has got the Ford emblem on it, fully licensed. Lots of people will be happy. We've now got a Ford body to put on your Blackfoots and stuff. But how cool is that to have both boxes next to each other? Slightly different on the sides. There's your stickers for your licensing that we get on more modern stuff now. What a beauty. I've been looking forward to this since I saw this released at the Nuremberg Toy Fair. I've been super excited to build it. You'll notice a slight difference as well. Box art, pretty much the same dude driving. There's a couple of differences actually. The first thing is you'll notice that obviously all the stickers now are not any one that you'd recognise. They're all made up names. Whereas on the original, you had all proper stickers on it, like Bell, Power Gloss, Western Auto batteries, STP, K&N, Pennzoil, whereas we haven't got that on here. But what we do have is mirrors. No mirrors on the original. Look, mirrorless. We should put this back on the shelf, and then when the new one is built, we'll get it back down again so we can do a side by side. If you haven't seen the video of this, I made it a long time ago. I bought this, or it's part of a massive collection I got. And I kept this one because, well, it's my favourite SRB chassis. And they're so hard, or they were so hard to get hold of. And if you could find them in decent condition, they cost an absolute fortune. So I was lucky enough to get this. I did a video kind of doing a little bit of a resto mod, put some more modern electronics and stuff in it, took it to the beach, and it was awesome. We're going a little bit similar on this. However, we're going even more into a resto mod and more into 2026. And we're going to put a little mild brushless system in it, give it a little bit more pep. And yeah, well, like it says there, fun to drive on all surfaces. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So the original would have come with blister packs and stuff in. I'm pretty sure the re-release other SRBs do as well. So I'd like to see blister packs in this. I don't know. I've not seen any yet. I know a couple of people have already got them. Nope. That's a bit disappointing. Here's the re-release Sand Scorcher. I'm pretty sure this was still blister packs. Yeah. Still blister packs. A little bit missing on mine because I had to do a repair to my world's fastest one. Here's what happens when you go for one last pass. Oh no. But yeah, that's the Tamiya I remember. Yeah, that is a bit disappointing. Oh, this is the heavy one. I mean, it's not disappointing if you're going to build it, because I'm not a box collector. If you're a box collector, having all this, you know, displayed nicely means that if you show anyone, you say, look at my box. I'm not making assumptions that Tamiya box collectors invite people around to show them their boxes. But you know what I mean? It's nice to have some presentation there to enjoy looking at. But yeah, everything's in here. Another fun fact, oil shocks. The SRB chassis, which was, like I said, released in the very late 70s, late 79, I think it was the first Tamiya to have oil shocks. There's the decal sheet. I'm not going box art with this. We're going to do something a bit nicer. Well, I say something a bit nicer. I'm going something a bit different. Again, comparing to the original, it came in white, blue body. Hasn't got the cutout there that the original had. However, there is a space there. You could cut it out if you wanted to mount this on your original chassis. It does have Ford moulded in on the front there. This has a different front mounting, but I think the rear mounts the same. No, the rear doesn't mount the same. There's a single one on this, whereas this one's got two. So to stop it, the thing with this is, because you only got a single one there and a single one there, kind of rattles about a little bit. So hopefully this will be a little bit more rigid on there. Anyway, I'm going to try and do something need to oil my chair. I'm going to try and do this build nice and neat. I'm going to set everything out. I'm going to do it bit by bit. I know that some people question how messy I am when I'm building stuff, but I will try my hardest to make it nice and neat. Light buckets as well, so we'll put some LEDs in, get them lights lit up. Two-piece windows here, front and rear. I think the original is a single piece that goes all over, I think. Tyres, wheels, chassis, stuff. Comes with a Hobbywing ESC, won't be needing that. That's what I was gonna question. Does it come with the old floppy aerial? And it does. What are we doing first? Gearbox. Bag A. You do get supply grease, but there's usually only just about enough to build the kit. So I'm going to be using my udder butter. Super sticky, nice grease. I was contemplating you can get a ball diff for these. I don't know if it's still available, but I've got one in one of my sand scorchers. But I thought for this build, we'll just do a completely stock build. We're going mild brushless. It should be all right with a locked rear axle, but you can get, we used to be able to get a ball diff. MIP did one and Tamiya did their own. I think the one I've got is a Tamiya one. I mean, I'm shocked it's all hex hardware, but I'm pretty sure it's all hex hardware on the originals, so it's all coming back to me. I've stripped and built so many sand scorchers and stuff, especially through doing the world's fastest challenge. Well, it's not really a challenge, it was my own challenge over the years. I've definitely pulled them apart and put them back together many times. Don't worry, it's low torque. Nothing's going to be stripped. I'm a trained professional. I mean, if you've been watching the channel long enough, you'll remember when I used to do this with my big Makita one, which definitely would strip stuff if you weren't careful. This is a bit more forgiving. That squeaking was doing my head in. We're all good. So this is the torsion bar that gives it that suspension. Obviously it has oil shocks on it as well, but this is the torsion bar acting as if it was a spring. Well, it is a spring, but yeah, so that's all good and working. The re-release cases are different. The old cases, to put a brushless motor or a more modern motor, you had to kind of bore it out a little bit, and you couldn't mount it the conventional way like this. Now, hear me out on the motor choice. I've just been, I went through all my brushless motors to see which one fit the best. Some of the Hobby Wing ones are actually still too wide. They don't quite go in there. But I did find something that kind of fits perfect, and I think it's just going to be right for the job, and it's the Traxxas BL2S. It's a 3300 kV. It will run 2S only. It's got cooling and stuff like a traditional brushed motor. And the other thing is, it comes with this plug. Rather than three, well, it is three separate cables, but rather than three cables all the way around, and then it plugs directly in to the ESC. Now, the issue with putting a brushless motor on is that rear cap that goes on. You have to cut a little bit out for the three cables, because this is set up for brushed. So it's got the two holes there for the motor cables. And my thinking is that having only that single thicker like group of cables coming out, should be able to remove that end cap, I think. I'm sure that end cap comes off. Yes, there we go. It's gonna work. It is gonna work. There's some little locating pins back there, and when I tried it just a minute ago, ready, look, as I turn, yes. That is in and going nowhere, and it fits completely flush with the front. It's as if it's made for it. Imagine that. And then all we actually need to do is just cut that, where that hole is there, for one of the cables. All I need to do is trim that out, and that should slot nicely over there. You've got a little bit of movement I can use in these. It sort of slides, which isn't the same. I think the older one was just holes in there, so it is fixed in one place. This one is giving you a little bit of play in it. Oh, I'm happy about that. That's going to be perfect for it. There we go, all in. Had to make a couple of small modifications. I had to just, there's a little hole in this side anyway, but I had to just make it a little bit bigger because the shaft on the Traxxas motor is quite long. So it just sticks out there, and this isn't pushed all the way in as far as you would with a brushed motor, but it's holding that motor solid in there, and it all feels nice and smooth. Right, let's carry on. Oh, let's hope that motor isn't sticking out too far for that. We've committed now. We've committed. So these shocks have a habit of leaking. These are different to the original. These are off of the, I think the Re Sand Scorcher came out of these revised shocks, but they do leak. There is a little fix you can get. I think it's a Traxxas O-ring that helps, but you'll notice a lot of people put them on upside down, and that is what I'm doing. So it just kind of helps to stop it from leaking through, well, gravity basically. And I just realised, these are the front ones I just made. Oh, what an idiot. Well, at least they're done. I did wonder, there's no travel. Pay attention to the instructions. That's better. So electronics are all in, everything's working. And we're kind of ready for wheels and body now. So we've got the plug and play BL2S system in there. Like I showed, the motor is a bit of a squeeze. The can's a little bit longer than I'd anticipated, but everything fits on there nicely. ESC fits in. I've made a little modification to the cover. There's actually a gap under there that the cables are meant to go through, but I've done it at the top, so it's going to sit on like that. You get this foam bit that sits, I think it's designed, I think that foam is actually designed for the Tamiya 6.6 like racing pack, the M size, and that's why you got them big cable ties in there as well to hold it in. I've trimmed it so we can fit this battery, and these batteries are actually really good. I used them in the, I think it's the Mini Max they came with, but that'll fit in there, so it is full plug and play system. Probably gone over the top with a 25 kilo brushless servo, but it's the only one I had, and I'll just make sure the end points aren't all the way over so it doesn't like break anything or start ripping these ball ends off. Anyway, I'll show you that all working in a minute. We need to concentrate on the body. Now, as you saw, it was a blue plastic. You can kind of just about see it under there. And it was a blue plastic when it came out the box, whereas the original one was white. So what I've done, I've already primed it. I primed it in grey first, then I wet flat it, and now I've primed it in white. The reason I used grey primer first is because with blue and red plastics, what I've found in the past, if you go straight for white primer, it can sometimes, it's as if the primer like soaks into the plastic. I guess it depends on the quality of the plastic. I used grey plastic primer, and then this is white plastic primer. But I've used it in the past, like white on red, and it goes like a bit pink. So it's prepped and ready now for paint. Now, I think I've already said that I'm not going box art. And I put a little post on my Facebook page to get some ideas or to get other people's opinions on what colour we should do it. I'd already kind of made my mind up. I'd had a chat with a friend of mine and we kind of agreed on the colour. There was lots of comments about doing it metallic brown and white or metallic brown and cream. But as you can see, the OG one is like that. Lots of comments about Fall Guy. Again, looks very similar. So we're not going to go for that brown look. We're going for a nice baby blue or sky blue. But anyway, that's the colour we're going. I'll do the bed like a cream colour. That should match, well, it'll be close to matching the side stripes. I bought a couple of colours yesterday, so we'll see which one is the best match. Anyway, I want to get the actual main colour on this and let it start drying while I tidy this up. Painting is not my favourite thing. I'm not all that good at it. Not my favourite. But it's just a toy, so we'll be fine. Oh, it's a beautiful colour. Oh, this is going to look really nice. Well, that took some time, but it is all together. Wheels have come out nice. Now, I did try doing the white lettering on them. I tried at least 400 times and it just kept going wrong, so I gave up. I wanted white lettering, but my hand skills aren't as good as they used to be. I forgot how flexible this front end is. It is so bendy. I mean, it helps with the suspension, but it is all together. Squeezed all the electronics in there, made a little cut there so we can get this out. That's for the lights that I've put on. The aerial goes through there. You do get a rubber boot to go on there and a switch like you'd get on the old school one, and it does tell you can cut a hole in the rear bed. I didn't bother with that because this ESC has got a little button on it, and I'm pretty sure, oh no, I thought I could reach it. Oh, I know what I do. I will drill out that hole there so I can reach in. There's a little hole there, one that side for the aerial. Let's just ream that out a bit and that will be perfect for getting to the power button. So super fast servo. It has got a gyro as well. So we've got a little gyro on here now, should help it keep it straight. If you're not familiar with what a gyro does, when the back turns that way, the wheels will go that way to try and pull it straight. So you need that on one of these. And then listen to how smooth this is. Beautiful. We've got a bit of a wobbly tyre. I think that's just normal on these wheels. And look how much wheel speed we've got. Oh, hello. I need to tighten these up. It's a good job that done that here on the bench and not out driving it. I put Loctite on. Let's get that right tight there. And on the gearbox. Let's get the other side done as well. This thing's going to be pretty wild. Are you ready to see the body? Now, for someone who generally messes up paint, I think I did all right. What do you reckon? That colour, I think, has come out really well. The cream isn't quite a match for the side. It's more of a grey. That's actually matched to the original. Done my lights. It's a resto mod. That's why it's got nice white lights and not the yellow glow. Remember, it's a resto mod. That's my excuse. So the back lifts up and then it just slots off the front. We've got the driver, well, the driver's head out the BBX. He's driving this thing. Mirrors, wipers. I've gone for chrome everything. That's meant to be black on the grille, but I've left it chrome. I've done chrome window surrounds. There's no black trim or anything on this. We've gone for that clean look. So that's the bracket at the front, and then there's the bracket there, or the clip. And it literally just slots on, pushes back like that, and then goes on the back there. I nearly cut, there's a hole that side, I think it's that side, where this is meant to go, well, not where this is meant to go through, on the original one, but you got a hole there. I nearly cut that out before I painted the body, and I'm glad I didn't, because it doesn't actually fit. There's like a little bit that sticks out the back of the plastic. I've had to trim it off. I mean, you can squeeze it over. I'll put some pictures up. It sits too far back. I think it's to do with that mounting system on the front, so it doesn't quite squeeze on. But there's a hole on there, and in the instructions it shows you to drill the hole and then put the aerial like that. I'm not sure whether I like it. I don't think it looks as cool just bolted on there as it does when it actually comes through the body. Oh, and I've done chrome lettering as well. I thought it sat a lot higher at the front, but when you put them side by side, it doesn't actually. This one, the suspension, yeah, this suspension feels a little bit softer than this. I don't know whether I've got this set differently. But yeah, they pretty much sit the same. This one does squat down a little bit more at the back. That's maybe what the issue was. It looks higher because it sort of squats down at the back. This one's a little bit more level. But other than that, there you go. The OG and the 2026. So now all we got to do is take this one, go give it a rip. If you want to see this one ripping around, then go back and watch the video I did a few years ago at the beach. Right, are we going to take bets on how long their mirrors are going to last? I'm going to go for a minute and a half. Oh yeah. No traction, just what you'd expect. Come on. It's definitely got some power, I just can't open it up. Not here anyway, needs to go on some flatter ground. Oh, it looks awesome driving along. That brushless setup is perfect for it. Perfect amount of power, not too crazy. I say not too crazy, I've not got full throttle yet. It's definitely a bit tail happy. It's got the wheel speed for a little bit of climbing. Go on, come on, come on, you got this, you got it. Go, 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 go. Good effort though. See if we can get across the sand. We need loads of momentum. Go, 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 go. Yeah. That did way better than I thought it was going to. Look at it. Oh yeah. Perfect day for some slow-mo as well. Quite often when I'm out, like reviewing stuff, testing stuff, I sometimes wonder to myself, is it really fun this? If something's like, you know, underperforming or just a bit rubbish, I do question myself. But today is one of them days where absolutely I am having a blast. 100%, this thing is so fun. I didn't think it was going to be this good on sand. I know the sand scorcher goes all right, but it's got, obviously paddle tyres on the back, and I've had this over the beach before, but that was on like compact sand and stuff. This thing is mad. It's just going. It is just hooning along. No issues. It keeps getting stuck every now and again, but look at it. And guess what? I've still got my mirrors. Oh, spoke too soon. No, still got them. We're good. We're good. Man, it's fun. I hope that slow-mo came out well, because days like this, when you've got bright sunshine, blue sky, it just makes things look so much better on camera. Oh, that's thick stuff. Come on, go, 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 go. That's full throttle. Again, perfect speed, like I said. That brushless, not crazy, just enough. Wow, it's got some speed as well. I didn't bring my GPS with me. I'll do a flyby, look how fast it is. It's pretty stable. Pretty stable. Go on, son. Beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's go play back in the sand. Full throttle. Oh, it's thick there. Come on, come on. Go, go, go. Oh. If you've never experienced an SRB from Tamiya, you need to try one. If it's not the Ranger, get the Sand Scorcher or the Buggy Champ. I can't imagine you'll be that disappointed if you got one. Really nice to build and to drive. I mean, it's just nostalgia. Might not appeal to the younger ones out there, but if you're my age, middle-aged, a bit younger, in your 30s, you'll love this thing. In the right environment anyway, something like this. Got some air then, should we try again? There's no reason that I've come back to do a little summary other than show you the mirrors are still on. I did lose a wiper. Well, I didn't lose it, it just fell off, so I've just stuck that back on. But the mirrors are still there, everything's intact. It did have a couple of little tumbles, but man, this thing, absolutely awesome. If you're not into nostalgia, then it might not be your thing. But considering this chassis and this design is over 40 years old, it actually drove better than some of the newer stuff I've had. And it was definitely more fun than some of the newer stuff I've tried in the past as well. The perfect day and the perfect terrain for this little Ranger from Tamiya.